particular areas, as well as your AG and with the other president-elects around the district. We will need your feedback. You are the guinea pigs, so to say. And we need you to help us work out the kinks this year and to pave the way for more successful training sessions in the future. Please fill out the evaluations when asked and give us your feedback. And Mark, I think we're ready for the slides. As most of you know, I was to San Diego in January, and there I met our RI president, Ron Burton, and he introduced his theme for next year, which is Engage Rotary and Change Lives. I may be jumping ahead of myself, Mark, because that's sort of the agenda that we're going over there now, isn't it?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll skip.
But you can.
I'll skip down.
If you could, yeah, if you skip down to the slides.
Here we go.
There we go. So, saying in San Diego, Ron Burton, 2013-2014 RI president, introduced his theme for next year, which is Engage Rotary and Change Lives. And I would just, at the mini conference, we'll see a video of part of his presentation, but I would just like to read a paragraph from what he had to say. All of us came into Rotary to get involved and to make a difference. And in Rotary service, as in just about everything else in life, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. If only you put in a token effort, you wouldn't accomplish very much. And you wouldn't find very much satisfaction in what you do accomplish. But when you make the decision to truly engage Rotary, to bring Rotary service and Rotary values into every day of your life, that is when you start to see the incredible impact that you have. That's when you find the inspiration, the excitement, and the power to truly change lives. And no one's life will be more changed than your own. In the 2013-14 Rotary year, our theme and my challenge to you will be Engage Rotary, Change Lives. Next slide. Ron also went on to emphasize that the job doesn't end when a new member joins. It's not done until that new member is engaged in Rotary, inspired by Rotary, and uses the power of Rotary service to change lives. Next one, please. As District Governor for the coming year, I've come up with a number of goals that the district is going to try to accomplish next year as per our strategic plan, and this plan you can find on our website, Club Runner, and the priority directions established within this plan, the goals for our district for 2013-14 will focus on these priority directions. Next slide. The other thing you're probably all aware about is that this is going to be the first year for Future Vision. And July 1st, it will no longer be Future Vision. It will be the Foundation's goals. Alva Hagee, who is our Foundation Chair, will be doing a presentation. I think it's in 2 weeks' time. And she will go over the new grant structure and what's available, and how we're going to put out that program, and so anyway, I'm going to leave. That's our number one goal, is to roll out Future Vision, but I'm going to leave how we're going to do that for Alva to relay when she has her part of the session. Next slide, please. Membership has been in the forefront for the last 3 or 4 years, and perhaps longer. We, as you probably have all heard over the last few years, our membership has been declining. But the good news is, because of all the club's work and Bill Lemon's passion as chair of the membership committee, our membership so far this year is up approximately 2.5%. But I think the goals for the coming year will be a net gain of 2 members per club. But because some clubs have increased their membership dramatically in the last year or two, it's going to be very important that we, as much as we try to attract new members, that retention becomes one of our priorities too. Next slide. The other goal under membership, Paul Roy has agreed to take on extension. We feel that there's room for another club in HRM, and Paul is very enthused to start working on that, and whether we'll certainly be working in that direction next year. Whether the new club happens in my year or the year following, we'll be working in that direction. The other thing we're going to encourage...
It's in St. Margaret's Bay, just so that people don't get really upset.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. It's in St. Margaret's Bay. Thank you, Stella.
Greg, Greg, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you for just one moment. I noticed that Lou, Mr. Kemper, just logged in, so I'm just going to confirm he can hear us before we continue. Lou, this is Mark Linehan. I'm the moderator. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and I had trouble getting on.
No problem.
I couldn't get to join, but I'm on now.
It sounds like you're up and running now. Glad to hear it. Greg has just started his presentation, so what I'm going to do is give you a quick and dirty of the go-to training. Your microphone is on. You're going to be muted momentarily as we keep everybody muted. If you want to raise your hand, there's a button that you can press on the panel. I'm just going to ask if you can see the go-to training panel on your screen now.
Yep.
Okay, on the panel, near the bottom of the panel is a section called Chat.
Yeah, I just typed something in there, but I might as well take it back out again.
Oh,
just
no.
wanted to let you know that I...
Okay, so basically anytime you want to ask a question or if you want to raise an issue, just type in that. I'll be monitoring that throughout the presentation. So now I'm going to mute you in a moment, and then we'll just go right back to Greg's presentation. So anytime you need to ask anything, just type into the chat and I'll be monitoring it. Good to have you aboard.
Thanks, and sorry.
We also just had a couple of other people. Looks like Tom Rath came on as well. I'm sending Tom an audio pin, and I'll just get Tom set up. Sorry, Greg. Just had a couple. I want to, because I'm not sure if they can hear us. So
not a problem.
We'll get them sorted out. I'm not sure if Tom can hear us. I'm just going to basically, I sent you an audio pin, Tom, that allows you to click on it and then you can speak. Hopefully you can hear us now. If you're having some problem throughout the meeting, you can phone me on my home phone number, which is 709-256-3218, and I can talk you through the process and I can mute myself. If you can hear the meeting, I'm not sure if you can hear this now, but we've already started, so I'm gonna go back to Greg momentarily. So if you're having some problems hearing Tom or getting logged on, give me a call at 709-256-3218, and I'll be able to help you through. Okay, Greg, I'm gonna go back to you now, and I'll put myself back on mute.
Thank you very much, Mark. I'm going to encourage all AGs to make membership an agenda item at all President Council meetings. And we're going to encourage members to keep their ask in gear, a favorite saying of Bill Lemons. Going to encourage all clubs to start talking to the young people in their communities on what it would take for them to join Rotary. Is there any benefit to the district to have a program in place and specifically those who are members of Rotaract or Interact. Goal number 3, new generations. And I would like to just thank and introduce John Harnett, who was our Youth Exchange Committee Chair, and he has now agreed to take on new generations, and I think he'll be the first chair in District 7820 of new generations, and he's very enthused to get going in this new portfolio. And it goes without saying that youth is our future, and one of the reasons RI made this Fifth Avenue of service. It is also something we have not placed a lot of priority on, and the objectives in 2013-14 will be as follows. Have RILA as part of the district conference. Study our student exchange program. Are we making the best use of it? Should we be looking at shorter exchanges? And will the program survive in the present format? Incentive for Interact and Rotaract and young people to join Rotary. Next slide, please. Group study exchange has been an integral part of this district for a number of years, and that is sort of going by the wayside under future vision. And Rotarians in general are doing more traveling, so there's going to be more emphasis put on a friendship exchange. There's going to be at least 2 major exchanges per year, and you'll see an email fairly shortly. There's going to be an exchange for Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island in this coming year to Tasmania, and hopefully one for Newfoundland, perhaps to New Zealand. And there's been a district in Ireland who has really showed interest in having an exchange with us. There's also we're also investigating the possibility of having 1 or 2 smaller 1 week to 10-day, 2-week exchanges, possibly within North America. And one of the areas that have expressed an interest is Yellowknife.
Greg, we have a question. Tony Good just asked, why has the GSE been scrapped?
It's all part of the Future Vision program. The GSE from now on will probably be more like vocational training excursions, and if a medical team as part of a larger project in Africa or somewhere wanted to go from the district, this would be financed under the foundation and Future Vision, and so they're just looking at more sustainable projects, and the vocational exchanges would be part of that. There'll be more on this at the mini conferences, and we'll go into more detail on what the Future Vision is all about, and friendship exchanges, that type of thing. Next slide, please. This is really a district goal, but one that as incoming presidents, your clubs will be interested in. We know that we've had a couple of years in the red. This year will not be one of those years, and our commitment is that we will make more financial information available to all members on the district website. The budget for next year will be on the district website within the next 2 months, long before the district conference. And my commitment to you as a district governor, and I certainly don't want to put words into DGN Stella's or Jim Goit, who's coming after her, but our commitment is to keep dues where they are at present and the district dues will not increase for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Next slide, please. The district bylaws, probably another sort of a district goal, but the district bylaws are very outdated, and we are in the process of reviewing them, and they will be a number of changes will be at the before the annual meeting of the district conference. I know that looking at budgets and district bylaws is something like watching paint dry, but it's very important that you take a look at both of these, because especially the district bylaws, the changes in the bylaws are how the district is going to operate over the next few years. I would like to thank Wayne Gillis, who has agreed to chair this. He's been put in hours making going over this and making these changes, and also thanks to Jim and Stella for helping us out with this. Next slide. Presidential citation. I'm not going to go into this in a great deal of depth, but because at the mini conference you will be getting a pamphlet that and it is online. If you go onto RI and just Google President Citation 2013-14, it comes up. President Ron has 3 areas that the President's Citation is not going to be that difficult to obtain next year, and there's 3 areas. Number 1 is membership growth. His goals are not quite as aggressive as our district. He's only asking for an increase in membership of 1, and there's a number of initiatives under membership. The second one is enhanced humanitarian service through our foundation. There's a number of initiatives under that, and the third one is strengthen our network through the family of Rotary. And the initiatives are not extremely difficult to obtain. You only need 3 to qualify under each heading. And just for example, under membership growth, one is to submit the 2013-14 membership development goals using Rotary Club Central, and you'll hear more about that later. Initiate or update a new member welcome and mentoring program. Conduct a membership engagement assessment. So if you go through the whole thing, you'll see that it isn't an awesome job or a very erroneous job to obtain what he'd like each club to obtain this year, and to receive a presidential citation. And like I mentioned earlier, we will spend more time on that at the mini conferences and go into it in more depth. But I would encourage you all to go on Rotary.org and just Google presidential citation and have a look at it. And you can just sort of see on your computer screens there now what it looks like. Next slide. And now I'm going to turn it over to Stella. She's going to go through the next few slides, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks, Greg, and thanks, everybody. I look forward to just going through a few things with you. So this is the new or one-year-old Rotary Strategic Plan, and for me, I think it's really important because it certainly simplifies sort of our core values of Rotary. So this is available at Rotary.org, but in the center there you can see, I think, a real short sentence of what we feel that we are as Rotarians. We're a worldwide network of inspired individuals who translate their passions into relevant social causes to change lives and communities. So that's a nice elevator speech for you. On the top circle of this is what Rotary International is trying to do for us. And the way they rolled it out was bigger, bolder, better. So bigger means support and strengthen the clubs, or have larger clubs, more people. Bolder means to enhance the public image, and that's on the right-hand side there, and that would be the PR. And then the final one is better, which should be improving the foundation and the way it works. And eventually, you're going to see when Albert does her presentation, it is going to be much simpler. You're going to be able to do some of your matching grants online, and it really is a better system. It's going to be difficult for us changing, because change is difficult, but I think it is going to be good. But the bit I love about this is the 5 things at the bottom, which they feel are the core values of Rotarians. So if you're a Rotarian, you put service above self. And so service is very much, I think, the essence of what we would all feel that we're about, and one of our really good core values. Fellowship is also really important. We believe that together we can do way more than a single person can do. Diversity. I think we all are hoping that we can improve the diversity in our clubs. We want to have different diversity of types of meetings, diversity of places that we meet. We want to just really improve the whole diversity of Rotary, and I think we would all hope that Rotarians are open to diversity. Integrity, I mean, that is, again, one of the basic core values of Rotary. We have the 4-way test, we have the object of Rotary, which all, I think, we would all, I think, feel that that we have integrity and that we follow that the 4-way test. And leadership, we would hope very much that Rotarians are leaders, and if they're not leaders, then that you get opportunities to develop leadership within Rotary. So I really think that they've nailed it with this sort of little complete circle, which is fairly simple and looks really good. So if I can go to the next slide, that would be great. Now, one of the things that has changed this year, again, is the planning guide. If any of you have been presidents before, or if you've worked with your previous president, you will know that there was a planning guide that you had to fill out, and there was great pressure to get it filled out prior to the beginning of the year, and it went through all the avenues of club service. Well,
sorry, Stella, I'm going to just interrupt you for just one moment. We have another person joining our call. It looks like Bob Power just logged on. I'm just going to take it.
While you're doing that, can you send the presenting thing over to me, because I want to do some stuff, and I'll shut up while you introduce them.
No problem. It's on its way over to you now. Okay. You are now the presenter. Bob, I'm going to unmute you now. Bob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Bob, the presentation's in session. I'm the moderator, Mark, and Stella Roy is currently giving the presentation right now. So you should be able to see, you'll be able to see her screen momentarily.
I'm just waiting it up.
And she'll be...
my apologies, I had trouble getting on.
Oh, no problem. And so she's bringing up the district website now, and you'll be able to see it momentarily. Basically, yes. What's going to happen is you'll be muted throughout the session. Everybody is. It just keeps down the ambient noise. And have you used GoToMeeting before, or GoToTraining?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, what you'll find is on the left or right-hand side of your screen is a little orange arrow. If you click on the orange arrow, it allows the control panel to toggle in and toggle out. And there's also a timer on it. It'll also disappear. So can you see the control panel?
I can see the orange arrow, so yeah.
Okay. Click on the orange arrow and open up the control panel. And on it, you'll see a number of things, including an attendee list, which is a list of all the people who are on the call with you. You'll also see near the bottom of the control panel is a section called Chat. Can you see that?
Call which?
Chat.
Right at
the very bottom.
Okay. Well. Nope, don't see that.
Okay, so there's inside the control panel box. Do you see where the list of attendees?
Yes, I see Rick Squire, Stephanie Power, Tom Rasso, on Tony Good. Yeah.
Okay, and underneath that, what's the next section underneath attendee list?
Audio, telephone, mic and speaker settings.
And underneath that is materials?
Materials, yeah.
Okay, and underneath that is?
Pets and sets, pre-pet session, And then Petson sits with a PPT in the little on the left.
Okay, and is there a section underneath that?
Oh, I see chat now. Yeah,
Okay.
now it's there.
Yeah, so the chat should have a plus and a minus next to it. If you press plus, it'll increase the size of it, and you'll actually be able to see people writing things in chat. And those are your fellow attendees.
Yeah, I see a minus. The right-hand side should be. I don't see the plus, but anyway, okay.
Okay, no, the minus is there. That means it's actually opened up as big as it can get. There should be a section underneath chat that says type here.
Yeah, type message here, yeah.
Yeah, type, say hello, type hello into that, and then I'll be able to know that you're on the call and good to go.
Okay, it's typed in.
And enter, or press return.
Do I hit send?
Yep, send. Yep, perfect, Bob. You should have seen yourself pop up. You just said hello to the entire audience. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to be muting you in a moment. Margaret Butt says hi as well. I'm going to mute you in a moment, and then you'll be able to attend at the meeting. And anytime you have any questions at all, you can just type something in chat, and I'm monitoring that through the whole session. So I'm going to hand it back to Stella now. Welcome aboard, Bob.
Thank you. Welcome, Bob. Nice to talk to you. Thanks, Mark. So now hopefully you can see my screen, which is the Rotary.org website. So what we're talking about now is something called Rotary Club Central, and it's going to replace the planning guide, and you're going to be able to do that online. So I'm just going to show you how you're going to do this. You're going to go to Member Access on the Rotary.org site, and you're going to have to sign in. And I believe, Greg, you can tell me whether the president-elects are going to have access right away. Is that correct?
If the president-elects are registered with RI now, they should be able to go in and get access and make their changes or do whatever they want to their club information.
So I'm just going to run through this and show you now how you're going to be able to do this. So if you see here, this is obviously my member access, but club activity, and I can go now here to Rotary Club Central. And if I click on that, it's going to bring up this. Now obviously this is my club, which is Halifax Harbourside, which I'm sharing with you. So you can see here it's got my club details, and it's telling me, because we have entered in this year some of our goals, and it's telling us whether our club, how we're getting on with reaching our goals in our club goals, our service goals, and our foundation giving, which I'm a little embarrassed to see is not brilliant, but anyway. So if we click here on Rotary Club Central, it will bring up these areas, and you're going to be able to enter in then your Rotary Club goals for the yeah, it's working here. I'm just looking to see it's just a bit slow, as Rotary.org always is, but once you get there, it does work. So there's 3 sections. You'll see at the tabs here, there's your club, there's service, and there's foundation giving. And so this is obviously the club Halifax Harbourside, and so it's giving me membership trends. Obviously, we seem to be doing pretty well this year, but I just want to show you some of the things that you're going to be able to enter. So it's going to ask you, so I'm talking now about the Rotary year 12-13. You'll be able to go in and put these in for your year 13-14. You may well want to get together with your current president and see if they've entered in things for this year. And the good news is, in the future, you're not going to have to find your current president and get all the information out of him from his planning guide or her planning guide, because it's all going to be available here. So you'll be able to see what happened in the years gone by. This is the first year really that this has been here, so you're probably not going to have a lot of data at this rate. So this shows you're going to be able to enter in, how many of your members are actually in club roles, how many members are participating in club service activities and social activities, how many are sponsoring new Rotarians, and so you're going to be able to go in and change this as it needs to be changed. Membership and leadership program. So I'm not going to go through all of it. But just so you understand where it is, club communication, you're going to be able to say, do you have a 3-year strategic plan? Do you have assemblies? Are you planning? So what you'll do at the beginning of the year or between now and July 1st is enter in your goals, which will be, yes, I'm going to have some assemblies, and yes, I'm going to do this. And then as the year goes on, you're going to be able to see if you actually accomplished those, and you'll have to enter them in. And then there's a part here in public relations. How many times do we update our website? How many place advertisements are we going to place? So you'll set your goals, and then it will show how you get on year to date. So that's the club one. There's a service section, and then you can obviously print it out if you need to here. I'll just wait for I'll just bring up the other two so you can see them, and then we'll move on. But I think, Greg, we think in the end this will be simpler, right? It's just a little going to be complicated getting started because it's new for all of us again. So
it'll be much simpler, and like Stella said, when president-elect in 5-year time goes on there, they'll be able to look back for the past 5 years and see all the goals and so on that the club has had and how they've made out with them.
Oh, slow, isn't it? It's not usually this slow. Maybe I've got too many things running here. Anyway. So maybe I'll move on from that because it's going to take a little while. But please, if you could, between now and even the next meeting, go on and see if you do have access and have a look. Oh, here it is. Service. Just have a look and see if you can and set in some of your goals. Maybe it would be helpful to do that. So here you've got service projects, new generations. How do we have an Interact club? Do we have a Rotaract club? We have a Rotaract. And new generations. So number of inbound youth exchange students, we have one, and how many outbounds, and number of RILA participants. And we're hoping to get, our goal is to get a Rotary Youth Leadership event going this year. So I think that should be good within the district as well as in the club. And then the foundation giving, it will give you goals as to whether you want to do things for polio, if you're going to give money to polio, plus if you're going to plan to get everybody to do every Rotarian every year. And as I said, once you've set up your goals, you can print it. And Greg, will they be able to share it with other club members? I suppose they'll have to print it, right? Other club members won't have access to this on the district website, on their club website, will they?
No, they'd have to print it off.
Okay, and here's the foundation. And again, it just asks you, well, it tells you actually what your club is given, I guess. And then and the Rotary Foundation will keep this up to date. But it tells us, you set your goal of what you plan to give per year, and then you can see we've got that far so far, and have we got some major gifts or requests, and whether we've got goals for those. So anyway, that is Rotary Central. The other thing I think we just talked about briefly was the district website, which I had up here a minute ago. I just wanted to show you one or two things on this just while I'm here. Just if you want to know anything about the schedule for pets and sets, you can come here and it will give you that schedule. We're going to go right now. And here's another access route to Rotary Club Central. If you forget how to get onto Rotary Club Central, if you go to the district website and click on this, it will take you to your member access, but you will have to put in your password, your email address and your password. If you don't have access to Rotary.org, sort of behind the scenes yet, you should do that very soon. You should go in, set up your email address, and then you can ask them for a password, and they'll give you a password so you can get in behind the scenes.
Stella, this is Mark.
Something else we talked about.
Sorry, Stella.
Yes.
A couple of people had noted in chat. They were asking if the presentation was available. I indicated that while you have the district website up, that this presentation, the slideshow that you and Greg are doing, that it's available. Can you just show them on it's on the district pets and sets? I think Gord put it on the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, so here, so this is the schedule, but is the actual slideshow here, or is it going to, I'm thinking it might be under training. I'll just have a look here in a second. So I think this is where you can find out what's going to happen at Pets and Sets. Once we've done the presentation, we're going to send the presentation, the slideshow, to Gord Hankin, and I think you'll find it'll be under training, and I think it'll be somewhere down, if you look here, it'll be Pets and Sets, and I think you'll find it under this list. here once. It'll be after Thursday's meeting, and then after each of these it will come on the website and it will be available. But I suspect this is where it's going to be. I'm not certain that it'll be available on this site, on this particular case. So, so you'll just go along the tabs and go to training, and it'll be here. He might initially put it as a, oh, sorry, I don't know why that's happening. He may initially give us a thing here, just on the side here as well. So hopefully that's helpful. Does that answer the question? And we'll move on. Maybe we can go back to the slide. Actually, I can probably go back to the slide.
Yeah, actually, I noted Kim mentioned as well that the slideshow link was attached to the materials that people got in their emails. So when you logged on and you did your registration process, you would have also been provided with the materials, which you could have read in advance. So there, you also have that as well. So I'm just going to mute myself again. Sorry. Do you want me to?
No, that's fantastic. Thank you.
If you want to,
I can carry on. I think I'll just go from here. So I think we're good. Right?
Okay, you carry on. I'm just going to continue monitoring chat.
Thank you very much. So I'll just move on a little bit, and we're going to go through what the process, and this is something that actually Greg, I think, and I have tried to put together to try to cover as much as we can for you in this Pets and Sets for President-elect training format. So we're doing the introductory session right now, and this is really just an introduction on how to use GoToMeeting, and then and you've got the President's theme, and then to just run through some things that were important. So the next session is going to be, I think, in next week as it happens, isn't it? And
yes, it is.
Yeah, we're going to have one in February, one in March, I think, and one in April, and they're 1.5 hours long. And yeah, there's 2 opportunities to attend them. And if you can't attend those, as I said, it will be available on the website for you afterwards. So I'm just going to move on to the next slide here. So here we go. So the actual schedule of your meetings. So this one is the one we just talked about. The next one is going to be 45 minutes of membership and 45 minutes of public relations. The following one is going to be Elva talking to you about the rollout of the foundation and then the future vision, which we then call foundation. And we're going to also talk about new generation. And then on the 9th and the 11th, we're going to do a lot of work on club administration and how to set up your clubs. And maybe there'll be some opportunities for discussion at that particular time. And I think we're going to go through what's available on the district website at that time as well. I believe that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. And anything else that you want, you can always email Greg or email, yeah, probably Greg would be the person to email, and we can try and cover things for you. So the second part of President-elect training is going to be the mini conferences, and they've all been set now, I think, in your areas. If you're not sure when yours is going to be, you can get a hold of your assistant governor, or your current president will probably know.
Stella, if I could just interrupt for a minute. If anybody's on the line from Cape Breton, I think on the district website it's saying that your mini conference is on February 1st. It is on Saturday, February the 2nd, and we'll get that changed on the website.
Okay.
Sorry, Stella. Go ahead.
No, good. That's good to know that that's not correct. We're going to cover a bit of membership and a bit of foundation, and then if there's anything else that your area wants to talk about, that will happen. These mini conferences are going to be available to all club members, not just to president-elects. We hope that the president-elect and the secretary-elect will definitely attend them, but it is open to everyone, so give you some good discussion in your area, and we think they should be excellent. And at some time during that time, Greg will spend, your district governor-elect will spend some time with you, with the presidents, and probably the secretaries, I'm guessing, alone, and just go through some things. Because in Newfoundland you have such a large outlying area, and it's not really that easy to get together for a mini conference, we are offering to bring you in on the Wednesday night of the district conference, and we're going to offer a mini conference then from I think 6 till 9, and we will offer you the membership and the foundation discussion. And if there's other topics at that time, you will be able to attend. If anybody else happens to be in town for the conference by then, it's in May, you're welcome to attend that. It will be open to any of the president-elects that wish to come to it. So, and of course, always when you have more face-to-face people, it makes it more fun.
And just so there's no confusion there, Stella, that is Western Newfoundland Mark's area.
Correct. So is it, Mark, you can tell us who it is. Gander, Grand Falls, Windsor, Labrador, is it? I'm not sure if I've got them all. What are the others?
Sorry about that. It's the Western region and Western Newfoundland and Labrador, Gander, Grand Falls, 2 clubs in Cornerbrook, which is a Cornerbrook club, and the Humber Club, Stephenville Club, Happy Valley Goose Bay Club, and Lav City Club.
Thanks.
And the one in Truro has been set, or it's actually going to be in New Glasgow, and it's going to be on Thursday, March 28th. Are you still there, Stella?
Oops, sorry about that. I think Stella was muted.
Was I talking too much?
Yeah, no, sorry. I think when I unmuted, I meant to mute myself back off after, and I muted you. Sorry about that, Stella.
So I don't know how long I've been quiet for, but anyway,
just after I told everybody where the Newfoundland, Western Newfoundland. My apologies. All right, everybody.
Anyway.
I'm gonna mute myself for that reason.
Okay, and let's hope that I stay there. Am I still there? Hopefully.
You're still there.
Good. So this is the third part, which I think is going to be extremely exciting because we're going to have all the president-elects together, and we really haven't done this before. Normally you're divided into 3 regions, into Newfoundland and Metro and the Valley. So this should be a great day. We've got lots of fun things to talk about. We are going to do some actual leadership training and have some, opportunities because I think we haven't done a lot of that in the past. And so this is the agenda we have for now, but you'll see between 3 and 4 and 4, and even between 2 and 3, we have time to discuss other things if you wish to. So there's going to be lots of opportunity for discussion on that day, and we're working on finding a speaker for lunchtime. I think we've got someone, but I'm just going to wait and let you know who that's going to be once it's confirmed up. So it's all going to be a great day. And that'll be 10:30 to 4:30. And then that night there'll be home hosting, which will be part of the convention, and then we'll move on with the convention. Oh, so the funding for this is always complicated. The Wednesday night in the hotel will be paid for the Western Newfoundland delegates because we are bringing you in for a night early. Thursday night we'll get a voucher. So all of you who are coming in early, you'll get a $50 voucher towards your hotel room for that. That voucher will be given to you at the end of the program on the Thursday. At the conference, your club pays for 2 registrations for President-elect and Secretary-elect. If for some reason one of you can't attend, which would be very sad, you should make sure that somebody from your club does use that spot and then tell you, what happened. But I'm hoping that you'll all be there. And the club has to pay for half a night. This is in the district bylaws. We're assuming always at the district level that you'll be sharing a room. If you can't share with if your president or secretary is not the same sex or whatever, then you can, I think, talk to the hotel, and they may well be able to hook you up with presidents and secretaries who are. And the district pays for the travel, for your travel to the conference, and it pays for half a night. So yeah, and it pays at 15 cents a kilometer, which is probably not a lot. But I think we have to remember that this is a volunteer organization, and we are doing our best to fund as much as we can. But it's public money. Secretary-elect training, if you're talking to your secretaries, will be similar to what you've been doing on April 16th and 18th. We'll be discussing the yearly calendar of events, and it will probably be put together by Greg and the district trainer, and we're hoping to bring in a past secretary. And then, of course, the secretary-elects will be able to attend that day at the conference, and hopefully they'll attend the mini-conferences as well. If you think you might want some graduate-elect training, we're looking to see whether there is a need for that, and if there is, that we would be willing to do a breakout plenary at the conference for that. There is no funding for this, but it could be an opportunity if somebody's interested in that, if clubs are interested in that. So I think finally there's just some websites I think that we would like you to try and, oh, I don't want to go back in, sorry. We'd like you to look at prior to, maybe even prior to the next meeting that we have. If we would like, I think, for you to go to the Rotary.org Rotary International site and make sure you can sign on to member access. And we would like you to go to District 7820 website and again make sure that you can sign on to member access. And if you can't, both places have opportunities for you to figure out how to sign in. There is an admin office which we will talk about, I think, a little more at a later date, and that's the website for that. And then, of course, Greg's website is really important, and he's the person you can communicate with as much as you wish. So I saw that Stephanie is interested. She thinks their treasurer might be interested. So the final thing I want to talk about, and then I'll hand you back to Greg to do the sort of finale, is communication. One of the things that we've done in the past when we're communicating either from the admin office to you, or from Greg to you, or from your assistant governor to you, or maybe from you to them, if you receive an email and your name is in the header, then that means there's an action item for you. It's something for you to do. If your name is just in the CC part of the email, it means that it's for your information only. So it's for you to look at. We're sending it to you so that you know what's going on, but it's not necessarily an action item. So I would ask, if you are doing any communication with the district or with Greg, if it's appropriate, that you CC it for your assistant governor, because really the assistant governor is your conduit to the district. Because if Greg had to answer everything, I think he would be overwhelmed. He's probably overwhelmed anyway. But and so I think if you can CC your AG in some of the communication with the district, so at least they know what's happening. And the next thing is to your AGs, will probably not keep sending things on to you if you're in the top line, because one of the problems that happens is that the district sends a message out and they send it to the AGs and they send it to you, and then the AGs also forward it to you, and then your other presidents might send it to you, so you suddenly get the email 3 times. So this is a system that we've tried to work out, and I think it works quite well. And if we have problems with it, then we can certainly discuss it. But anyway, and there's some district social media sites that you should probably take a look at as well. And I think Kimberly Ann could talk to this. I don't know, Mark, if you want to unmute Kimberly. I think she could probably talk to all these better than any of us. But is she available?
Hello.
Kimberly, are you there? You probably know about these sites. Are you not on the PR committee?
Yes, I am.
So want to say
basically, right now we're just asking that all the clubs in the district get an active Rotary page for their own club on Facebook, and then once they get that page, to join the district page. And as you update your club's page, you could also share it with the district. So basically, if you're looking for a partner for a grant, or you want to share a good fundraising idea, this is a great way to do it. And the district Facebook page is set up so it talks to Twitter. So automatically when someone posts to the district page, it gets Twittered or tweeted as well, which is nice. And besides the 3 listed here, I noticed the other day for anyone that's on Pinterest, Rotary's also on Pinterest as well. So it's a nice place to get some really nice graphics and pictures and PR things to share as well.
How do you spell that? P-I?
Typing it in as we speak.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. We'll put that up then.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. We might mute you again. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And if people are really concerned about Facebook and Twitter. We'll probably end up doing some, I think one of the discussions will be on how to set up a Facebook page and stuff at some stage. I think that might be either in the PR talk or maybe in on the day that we have on the Thursday, because I know there are some clubs that need some help with that. So we can certainly talk about that if that is something that people are interested in. So I believe that's my last slide. So Greg, maybe I'll hand over to you, and you can complete these last little bits and pieces.
Thank you very much, Stella. And thank you all for joining us tonight. I know Mark has a few things to talk to us about on, I think, on the evaluation and so on. But most of these sessions probably will not take the hour and a half. We've got an hour and a half booked, but I think most of them will probably be an hour, just a little bit more. And we are very interested in hearing any feedback. And once again, I just want to emphasize that if there's anything that you want or need help with, please get in touch with either your AG, myself, or the admin office. And we have a lot of talent in this district, and I think there's probably nothing that comes up that we can't overcome together. So with that, I think I'll turn it back to Mark, and once again, thank you very much for joining, and until next time.
Okay, folks, this is another part of the go-to meeting, which we're just going to try. This is a little experiment. We're still trying to figure out how to use this to the best advantage. There's going to be, I'm going to do a little poll first, and then there'll be a test, and then then there's an evaluation at the end. This is just a little fun tool to see if we actually can make better use of GoToMeeting, as this is a very powerful tool for us to be able to bridge the geographic gap, and the more we can make use of it, the better connected all our clubs will be. So I'm going to send you a poll. What's going to happen now in a moment.
Do we need to go back to your screen?
Oops. I'll change the presenter back to me. Sorry about that. Yep, that's right. Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Okay, so do you have a poll up there now?
Did you give us the results?
No, I have 8% of the people have voted so far. Not everybody's voted yet. So if you can, what you'll see is there's a, just click on the one of the votes. You can oh, okay. All right, well, that didn't work as well as I thought. Okay, folks.
I screwed that up somehow.
Yeah, I think what happened was I ended up switching. That I had Stella as the presenter when I launched the poll. So we'll try that next time. And in the interest of finishing on time, which is my motto, and anybody who was in my club when I was president knows we always finish on time. I'm not going to do the test tonight, but what I'm going to ask is once we log out this evening, you'll have an evaluation which you'll have a chance to complete. So don't click off. What will happen is when I end the session, you'll have an evaluation that will basically terminate, and please enter your evaluation, as we can use that in planning these meetings. And because we have most people muted throughout and people are typing through in chat, we sometimes don't get a great feedback. This is not the same. You're kind of just talking to your computer. So I'd ask once we finish out the meeting, which we're going to do momentarily, and we're finishing 11 minutes early, which is good, that I'd ask everybody to complete the evaluation, and we'll see hosts of you in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see the next group of your fellow presidents on Thursday. So if there's nothing else, Stella and Greg, thanks, great presentations, and I'll see you guys on I'll hear you guys on Thursday.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody, for your time.